rooted a toot, a booted a fucking doot. Welcome back again, you idiot fuck bastards. It's disgusted, yet satisfied. And I am your host, Snake Mitchell-Tree. And with me, of course, your co-host, PT.
Boys in the house, PT. What's up, you bitch ass hoes?
And that's right, you bitch assholes. Thank you for fucking joining us once again as we recap our last video and tell you what we're disgusted yet satisfied with. And of course, we're going to bring you some new predictions. So stay tuned, you idiot fucks.
Dumb fucks.
All right, you idiot fucks. So last week we had some predictions. It was August 15th, right?
Yep.
So we had predictions. Mitchell-Tree had, of course, boxing for you, and PT had his UFC predictions. So let's get into it. How did they turn out for us? Mitchell-Tree, remember, only gave you 2 fights. We were going to Atlanta, Georgia for these two. And how'd they go? Well, we had, to start off, of course, we had that vacant WBA Continental USA middleweight title that was up for grabs. That was the battle between Joe Shug Hicks Jr. and Troy Transformer Isley. This we knew was going to be a good battle. You had an undefeated fighter in Isley at 16-0. Joseph Hicks Jr. there was 13-1 coming in. Mitchell-Tree thought, though, even though he was the slight underdog there, Hicks at, well, I guess a pretty decent underdog. I had him at a plus 410. Isley, the Transformer, was favored at minus 650.
Man.
But Mitchell-Tree just liked the odds there for Hicks being able to take care of business here. I thought the extra reach, you know, that a little bit of height advantage he had, the 6'1" versus the 5'10", and well.
Little age difference, though.
Yeah, a little bit older, too, so that experience, I thought, might help.
Yep.
As it turned out, though, well, here you'll see it, folks. It did go the distance. Unanimous decision, though, in favor of Isley. So Mitchell-Tree did not get this one. Disgusted with that, but overall, I mean, it was unanimous. I mean, and they were right. Transformer won it, but I don't know. Early on, though, what Shug had going, keeping that distance and kind of, you know, controlling that, just controlling the distance, using that size.
Use that reach advantage.
Yep. If he could have kept that up, maybe, but that is tough to do. You get worn out. Fighters like Troy Transformer Isley transform and do what they need to do to get it done. So good for him. He's still undefeated at now 17-0. But god damn it, screwed Mitchell-Tree on that. So. Anyways, let's move to the second fight. Of course, there, PT, we had, it was for the WBO Intercontinental Super Lightweight title. Of course, Ernesto Tito Mercado was your defending champion. And he, of course, was scheduled in this one to fight Emmanuel, the Game Boy Tego. This one ended up, though, unfortunately, folks, this didn't go down. Tego shows up for weigh-in. Damn near 10 pounds over fucking weight.
Wow.
So he can't come in and fight. They, short notice, obviously try to get a fucking rescue battle going, somebody to come in and fight. So they got Roger Hilly. They called him up at least. I'll try to drop some fucking weight and see if I can make it.
Man.
Hell no. And they even did it as a catch weight. He was willing to do a catch weight, 146. We'll meet you there at 146 if you're at least there. No, he got down to 155, and he wasn't able to make weight either. So neither fight could go down for Tito. He couldn't defend his title, and that just sucks right there. And disgusted right there because no fight. So
how you gonna miss fucking weight?
Yeah, exactly. Come on, you need to be at this weight for that battle. Come on now. So not pissed at Hilly. Obviously, Hilly just did what he could to try to cut weight real quick, just to be a rescue battle, their rescue fight.
Jump in the mix.
But no, Tego, come on, dude. You had plenty of notice. I know he's an old man, but you got to be in shape there. 37-year-old fighter.
He got winded and he couldn't cut the fucking weight. Is what happened.
Yeah. So there you have it. You'll see there's my peanut butter parfait that didn't do jack shit because lost one and the other one was totally canceled. So nothing there. disgusted, nothing to be really satisfied about.
All
But how
right.
about you, PT? What are you disgusted yet satisfied with your weekend of UFC there on August 15th?
Well, I'm a little disgusted. I went 2 for 3.
2 for 3, 2-1.
The first fight. That guy Malik, man, sir, he should have got that dude.
Here's your disgust right
You know,
here.
that's
yeah.
my disgust
This
right
guy
here.
right off the bat.
First fight.
He was the heaviest favorite of the fighters too, I
Oh
believe.
man, and bigger. He was, has a little bit more reach, little height. Oh no, he didn't have the reach advantage, but yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he got submitted
Yeah.
in round 2.
Stolzis. Dustin
Ugh.
Stolzis.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah,
And
he ends up fucking you on the first one.
So that's disgusted right there. My next 2 fights that I went for, man, they went the way I called them. Usually I don't bet on girl fights like I said last time, but
Sure.
I took Mackenzie Dern and
Yeah,
my
fucking
girl.
bitch.
My girl, yep, she got her done though.
Got it done.
She got it done. It was a decision. It was a boring fight,
It was well, as expected.
but she got her done.
Yeah, well, good for you there. At least you got one.
Exactly.
Did you get another one? Oh, that's right. You already said you would.
Oh yeah. And in the main event, I went with Islam. He's a monster.
Makachev.
Makachev. Yep.
Makachev.
Well, and
That
against Machado Gary. Machado, it was a good fight, and that's the one I was questionable on, but I did nail it. So I went 2 for 3.
Islam did get it done.
He did get it done. Kept his championship belt. So did Dern, and that other
Looking a little
bum.
scary there for
Ugh.
at least after Machado Gary took that nice kick to the face and
Oh,
survived
man.
that early on. He kind of turned it around. It seemed that
he hurt
had a lot of
Islam.
confidence.
Yeah,
In,
he did. And he's a bigger dude than
Yeah.
Islam too. So that was one thing I was really worried about. But Islam got her done.
Yeah, it was great to see how he finished that out. Yeah.
Yep, kept his belt. Mackenzie Dern kept her belt, and that other dumb bum idiot
Fucking
got
blew
submitted.
the fucking parfait.
blew my peanut buster parfait. So I am disgusted about that, but I'm happy that I'm satisfied that I went 2 for 3.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. It's some decent fights there, I guess. He'll take it.
No, I'll take it.
But of course,
Snake, what you got now?
as you know, we keep it going weekly. And so coming up this weekend, Saturday, August the 22nd, we've got more boxing and UFC to cover.
Nice.
So
Yep.
Mitchell Tree's going to get it going here with these predictions. And, man, there's so many great fights this weekend. I'm going to try to just break down a few for you and get you a cup of parfaits here. Let's get into it. What I really like is out in Las Vegas here.
Uh-oh.
Let's get right into these fights here. I like this middleweight battle here, 160-pound battle for 10 rounds scheduled between Yoenli El Diablo Hernandez.
Oh, shit, the devil.
And he'll be taking on Francisco Daniel Bebu Verón. And I'll tell you what, these two fighters, well, record-wise and all that, may match up pretty well, but you got Hernandez. El Diablo's 29 years old. He's 10-0. He's yet to lose.
Oh, shit.
He's standing at 6'2". This guy, he's a Cuban-born fighter, fighting currently out of Florida. And this guy, he's never lost. His last victory was just back in March, I do believe, when he did win the vacant NABO title that was out there in the middleweight division. So this one won't be for that. This one is just a battle here to see who can move up in this class here. Verón Bebu, he's 27 years old, so just a couple years younger. A little more experience, though. 17-1-1 record overall. But he's the shorter fighter, 5'10". Facing that 6'2". That's a big gap there. And he's won 3 consecutive, though, here, Verone. He's an Argentinian, born in Argentina. Also currently fights out of Florida, though, too.
There you go.
But his last couple fights actually were where I do believe he grabbed a couple of the super welterweight titles before he moved on up to middleweight. So he's been fighting good, but he's a big-time dog in this. He's a plus 800 is Verone. And El Diablo Hernandez here is a heavy favorite. I'm looking at a minus 1,800 is what Mitchell Tree's seeing here. And I'll tell you what, the knockout ability, though, from Hernandez and what this guy brings, I see why it's probably that way. And Mitchell Tree's gonna take that big, heavy one favorite here. We're going with Yoenli El Diablo Hernandez in the first fight.
Going for the devil, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're taking the devil over Bebu. And now, of course...
Oh, this one's a championship one.
We do have a couple championship ones. This one definitely is going to be a fun one. This is for the interim WBA World Super Bantamweight title here. Scheduled for 12 rounds at that 122-pound weight class here. You've got the defending interim champion here, Victor Santillan. He'll be taking on Gary Antonio Russell. And now this is, again, should be a pretty good, interesting fight. Russell's 33 years old, stands 5'7", 21-1 record. This guy's born in Capitol Heights, Maryland, currently fighting out of Washington, D.C. there. He's won his last couple fights. He's been looking good. Santillan, on the other hand, 31-year-old fighter, 5'5", so he's given up a couple inches there and a couple years in age. But he's sitting with a 16-2 record. He's born in the Dominican Republic, fighting out of Puerto Rico now. Shit. And he's also won his last couple fights. And obviously that's how he got with that interim title there. So this will decide who gets to have that now. Will Santillan continue to hold his belt? Well, Mitchell Tree actually sees it this way. The numbers were pretty weird on this one. They were both really close and they kept jumping around. So there was really no real favorite. Santillan is still sitting at, the last I seen it was a minus number. But I ended up seeing Russell at a minus 174, a little bit more of the favorite on it. And bottom line is, I see Russell getting this one done. I think he's the stronger fighter here. I think that Russell's going to take that interim title away. All right. I'm taking the challenger here in the second fight.
Here we go.
So that's what Mitchell Tree's got for the first two, and then we're going to add one more to that same card there in Vegas. And
another
then, of course,
championship fight?
The main event.
Oh, shit.
And that'll be for the WBA World Welterweight title. And, it's scheduled for 12 rounds here at that 147 pounds. And that, of course, is between the defending champion, Rolando Rolly Romero.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll be taking on the challenger, Teofimo, the Takeover Lopez. And this one, obviously, is going to be an exciting fight. These guys, they were friends.
Oh,
They
yeah.
used to train together. They've sparred. They know each other well.
Whoa.
You've got Lopez, the challenger, 29 years old, 5'8". Basically the same size as Romero there. Romero's a year older at 30, but also standing 5'8". So they're lined up the same, right?
Well, at least they spar together.
And yeah, they know each other well. Yeah, this should be very interesting. Obviously, Lopez with that 22-2 record looking real good. You got Romero's 17-2 record. Romero's actually won his last couple of fights, but we know he hasn't fought in a minute. This fighter, of course, he's fighting at home. He was born in Vegas, and he's still fighting out of Vegas for this one. But he hasn't fought in a minute. His last fight
Brian
was
Garcia?
the victory over Garcia a year ago, May in 25. So well over a year ago.
Well, he's either been training hard for this last year or whatever, or he been rusty.
Or he's going to be and we're about to find out that for sure.
Yep.
as we know, Lopez has been staying active as before he moved on up to the welterweight division there. His last fight, of course, was that loss back in January to Shakur Stevenson.
Oh, yep.
Where he did lose both that Ring Magazine and his WBO World Super Lightweight titles. But that was just on his way to the next level. And how do we see this one going down? Well, Rolly, the champion, is actually a slight dog, is at a plus 188. And Mitcheltree likes the number that Lopez is getting at a minus 280. The challenger, bit of a favorite, but I think he's going to get this thing done.
That's who I would go for.
Yeah, PT in agreement here. Yeah, I think the Brooklyn-born Lopez, who obviously now is currently fighting out of Vegas too. So this is just going to be a fun one. But hey, friends or not, they're going to duke it out. And yeah.
Sometimes the boys got to do it.
Yep.
You know?
And that's how it goes down. So, of course, here we'll pop it up for you. There's Mitcheltree's. It's only giving you a plus 125, which isn't huge, but I like it. I think that's a very winnable 3 fights right there, what we got lined up. So
yeah, I think so, too.
That's what Mitcheltree's going to go with there.
Yep.
And then, of course, real quick, as a bonus, I won't break it down for too long, but there's a couple other great fights going on. Earlier in that same day. Obviously, if you're in the U.S., it would be earlier for you. So what'll be happening is out in London, England, we've got 3 vacant middleweight titles out there. So I love these 3 fights here between for the English middleweight title. The vacant English middleweight title. We've got Lely Buttigieg, who's a 21-year-old. He's also known as the Maltese Monster. He's undefeated at 12-0. He's taken on Paul Le Muffin Gordon, who's 30 years old, much older fighter with less experience. He's 9-0 also, though undefeated. So we'll be taking that fight. We're going to go with Lely. We got the vacant Commonwealth middleweight title going on between Jimmy Sains, the 25-year-old undefeated fighter at 12-0, taking on Tom Cowling, a little bit older fighter than Sains is there at 29, but 15-1 record too here. Another great fight. But I'll be taking the favorited Sains in this one I believe he'll be at a minus 480. Buttigieg in that last one, Lely was a minus 1,600, very heavy favorite. And then in that last one for the vacant EBU European middleweight title, again, all of these are vacant titles here at the middleweight division. We got George Littard, 24-year-old, is 14-0, taking on Dario Spartan Morello, a 33-year-old fighter with a 26-1 record. So all these records are great here. These are a lot of good fighters here. Pretty much everybody, English fighters outside of your Spartan there, your Italian Morello. And he's going to be the one plus I take here at that plus 760 on that. When you put those 3 together right here like you're seeing up there on the screen, hey, this is a fun one. Plus 1,004. So
there you go.
Mitcheltree had to throw this one in there. These are going to be some fun fights. So.
Oh, yeah. They sound like some fun fights to me.
Yeah. So that's what we got for you idiot fucks on Mitcheltree's side of the events, boxing. And now we'll take you to UFC, PT, August 22nd, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Fighting out of Sacramento, California.
All
Sacktown, we'll be in over there in Sacktown this week.
Nice.
I always go for a 3 peanut butter parfait. You know what I mean?
So I got 3 of these here.
3 again. First fight, Shamil Gaziv versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. They both pretty good fighters. Same age, pretty much, same size, everything. I'm taking Shamil Gaziv to win Kennedy the Chosen Nzechukwu.
All right.
So
Shamil with the first one.
Yep, Shamil. I'm taking Shamil.
Yep.
The heavyweight fight. Shamil's 14-3, 36 years old, 6'3", 265. This is a heavyweight fight. He's got a shorter shorter reach, but
Yeah, wow. Kennedy actually has 5 inches on reach there, 83-inch reach.
yes, he does. And I'll take the Russian, Shamil, and Kennedy. He's from Nigeria, but I just think Shamil's gonna get her done.
All right.
So that's the first fight I'm taking. Heavyweight fight, Shamil Gaziv.
Gotcha.
Second fight, we got Sergey the Polar Bear Spivak versus Vitor Petrino.
Yeah.
Sergey has a little bit more experience. He's a little older. They're pretty much the same size. Every way that goes around, well, Sergey's a little bit heavier than him. But I'm taking Sergey over Vitor.
Yeah. Vitor's only lost twice, 14-2, right?
Yes, that's all right.
A little bit younger fighter, too. 28 years old, right, is Vitor?
Yes, he is. Sergey, he's... I've seen him before. He's
a bomb.
He's a little older guy.
The bomb.
Well, we'll see what he does.
Wow. Yeah, we'll have to see. No, yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, he's barely a dog in this fight, just barely. I mean,
barely a dog, yeah.
All right.
I'm taking Sergey, Russian guy. Vitor's from Brazil. I like both them, but I'm taking Sergey.
All right. Well, what are you going to cap it off with? What's that third and final one for this parfait?
All right. Third and final one is the main event. We got Anthony Fluffy Hernandez going against Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. All right. So that's the main event for this week. I'm taking Fluffy. Anthony Hernandez.
Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
Yep, that's who I'm taking.
All right.
Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop.
He got a couple inches maybe on
That's
Hernandez,
about it.
but he don't have as good of a record, I don't think, as Hernandez.
So Anthony Fluffy's fighting out of Mexico. Gregory Rodriguez, the RoboCop, is fighting out of Brazil. I'm taking Fluffy. Taking the fluff over RoboCop, and I do love RoboCop. That movie was good.
Oh hell yeah!
But I'm taking Fluffy.
All right. Well, what are we gonna get if we parfait those up there?
Between all three of them? It's plus 479.
How about that?
So
that's
there
a
we
good
go.
number. That's not bad at all there, PT.
No.
All right.
We'll see what happens. I did lose last week. I was on fire before that.
Yeah, it'd been a minute since you even lost one. So
hopefully your boy gets it in gear and tears it up again this week.
So there you have it, you idiot fuck bastards. You've got what we're disgusted yet satisfied with from last week, and you got our predictions coming up for this weekend. So join us next week to find out how disgusted yet satisfied we are from those picks and predictions. Until then, make sure y'all fuck the fuck off.
Yep. And if y'all have a problem with that gambling, y'all silly motherfuckers call that number.